Choose a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let's get this match. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Grabs him. Knockdown. The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Brushes off the impact. That drive impact doesn't get through. Taking stock. Feeling out the spacing. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Jumps, brushes that off, and keeps going. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? Knockdown and... looking for a chance. Grabs and throws him away. Jumps in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Goes for the jump in to start. Draws go up. This is going to hurt. Brushes that off and keeps going. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't jump drive impact. Player two is on the brink of disaster. This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Goes to the air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Drops that off. Jump, drive, impact misses. All the throw connects. Oh, yo, raw super hit. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Let's loose a boom. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Somehow manages to block the jump. Excellent block. Nothing stops this train. Grand impact squashed.
You're done.
The next touch smashes out the cage right there. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Goes for the jump in. Mono relies on boosting that metal level up to secure better damage. They're gonna need to work in some grabs somewhere. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The super armor does its job. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Brushes off the impact. Shoots off a fireball up close. A comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Next hit will end the round. Parries the projectile. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Flicks out the plate, hits him with a stop and block. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. All right, what's coming up next? Still slugging it out at this range. Player one needs to use the front of the corner here. Parries and whiffs. They're wide open. And oh my God, they just choked it up. Goes opts for the critical art. Rents them with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. There's a burnout. Oh my God, this is gonna closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with knocked him out of the air. That's gonna leave him rattled. A jump in, crowns him from above. Throws him. Clutch anti-air. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Excellent block. Nothing stops this train. Too far for the throat punish, counter on reaction. Oh, putting it all on the line. Player 1 is mounting a comeback. What else is up? The drive impact doesn't work. Good decision with that throw. Okay, here we go. Player 1, big slamma-jamma! Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let's get round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in, throws them down. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. Okay, creating some space here. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Sticks the jump in. Taking stock. Right lead is opening up, but that gets down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 1 in trouble with no drive. The quarter makes it hard. They're stunned. All they need to do is get enough damage to finish it. In there. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Fight.
Hits them with a stopping block. Looking to impress with this super. How will this impact things? Easily escapes that throw attempt. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Side switch in the corner. Their will to win is really being tested here. What'll happen here? Burnout activates. Blocks the impact. Sonic boom. Player 2 is dominating this match. Time to reassess the situation. Checks him with the boom. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. So, what's next? Doing some quick planning? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Sonic Boom. Player 2 is dominating this match. KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Jumps, big throws. That throw will do some good damage. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, here we go. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Dangerous range. Nothing stops this train. Hit that with confidence. Sends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it! Both fighters are down to half-life. Amazing! Wow, Seth waited for this opening! Punish counter on the action! Here comes a big... How did they read that throw? Excellent block! Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Bled throws them. Oh, here we go. Boom! A jump. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Hooligan grab. What a flow heavy with authority. Player 2 comes out on top of a fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. The drive impact doesn't work. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That combo did decent damage. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Slips the grab. Down to the wire. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. It goes for the super art? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Ends with a projectile. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight!
That drive impact doesn't get through. Reads them. Player 2 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. There's a change of sides. Both fighters planning something? Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Drops them from the air. Connects with the throw. Burns out. Oh, here we go. There's a burnout. Let's loose a boom. One player is in burnout state. Is it flatlines up? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Crowns them from above. Oh, the throw connects. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Ends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Super! Drops him hard. Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? Jump tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Shrugs that off. Super art to show them what our PhD and fighters can do for you. Can they make the most of this? Player 2 can't use drive anymore. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 2, punish counter sets the table. Oh, here, this can lead to some big damage. And whip, they're wide open. Noticeable life lead is a comeback anticipated that throw. They are done. Player 2 really had to fight for that one.
A new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let's get this mission started. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Blocks the jump in. What's the play here? Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. In a dire situation, it's KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A brave forward jump there to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Medium kick hits. Decides to meet them in the air. Brushes that off and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Going in? Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? The drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Experiencing burnout. Blocks the impact. The impact doesn't do anything. A quick breather. Impact squashed. Sonic boom. Both fighters planning something? They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. Are we gonna see a comeback here? One chance here, that was a well-placed projectile. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity and heats it up with a combo into super? Knockdown. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. Hits him for the stun. This might be over right here. KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can they keep on him? Grabs and throws him away. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. A quick breather. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen in there? Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Whipping a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes them down to the wire. Player 2 creates a good corner, beats it up with a combo into super. All right. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sticks the jump in. Throws him. What's next? Jumps in. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Checks them with the boom. A quick breather. Player 2 is gonna hit them with a stop and pop. Somehow pushes back all the... It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Side switch in the corner. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Going in, baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. They're going for the super art. What now? Player 1 drops them to half, drops them hard.
What?
Burnout dissipates. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Quick spin knuckle. A super art. More fuel flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sneaks in above. Grabs them. Will that drive impact get punished? Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how down to the wire. The move whips and they get nailed. Beats it up with a combo into super. Knockdown. How's this going to shake out? Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The fighters are matching each other move for move, going in. Oh! Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Takes a trip. Player 2 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Brushes off the impact. Very solid corner switch. Reacts to the throw. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Big throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Going in, gets the jump in. It's a good spot to use the super. Ooh, looking to impress with this super. Knockdown and looking for a chance. So, what's Cannon Spike? Sneaks in the throw. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let's get this mission started.
You call, I answer.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Difficult situation for a throw. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral game. Still slugging it out here. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? That drive impact is blocked. No more drive gauge. Goes for the super art. Shreds them with the Sonic Hurricane. Nice damage. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive switch. Who will capitalize on an opening first? The quarterman in there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Smart play with the throws. From up above. Vagabond and sends them flying. Barry hits them with a stop and pop. A quick breather. With the impact. The throw missed. What's the next move? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Slides and goes for the leg. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? A thunderous drive impact to close the round.
Kimberly.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Parries the projectile. Combo with the target combo. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Wow, shut down. The super armor does its job. All right. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 can't let their... And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Reacts to the throw. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up, feeling out the spacing. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Taking down to the wire. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Going binomial theorem with a Bushin swim. Knockdown and... in there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. With the impact, set the shuriken off the panic. How's this round going to develop? Jumps up. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Does a good job escaping the corner. Jumps in. Their will to win is cross-up attack. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game...
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Opts for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Limited resources at hand right now. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Damage? A reset? They really need to think about their next move. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Medium kick hits. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? 100-hand slap. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 can build off this lead. Still slugging it out at this range. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Good old slaps. Uses the gauge for a super art. Burns all three for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Ugh. Damn. Player, oh, the drive impact hit for a punish. Oito's no escaping that. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. With one of them, it's down to the wire. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Goes for the throw. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Very subtle. Hold your breath. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Jumps in, reads their mind and texts a throw. Oh, what's this? Experiencing burnout. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Anything off the smash? Ooh, hits them with a stopping bomb. Drumming up and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Hits it all on the full meter. You know what that means? It's time for the weekend. Hey! Grabs and throws them away. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. This may be it. Blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive bits. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Denies the jump in. Barely blocks the baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Ultimate killer headband. Uses the gauge for a super art. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Throws them to negate the block. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 2 with the life lead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Oh! Misfire with the drive impact. You do not want to whiff an impact. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Throws them. What's next? Knockdown. Dashes. Will this super art connect? Ultimate killer headram. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This is a prime opportunity. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks the over. Oh, what's this? Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Jumps. Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Super clutch corner switch. Steals back a chance. Big throws. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Looking for a chance. Jumps up, experiencing burnout. A quick breather. breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 holding on to that. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. A real test of nerves here. Fires off, what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Scores a punish counter right off the bat. What a read. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Very solid corner switch. Grabs them. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. The grab misses. Oh, easy tech. Misses the drive impact. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Springs forward with the drive rush. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Was looking for drive rush to keep it going. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side sweep. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous shot. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the parry in. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Was that a good decision? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the command grab. Trips him up. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Gets right in there. Throws him. What's next? Drive rush. Gets in their face. Neither of them willing to back off here. Frees them. Turns it up. The big play does it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They block the overhead and slips the grab. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Anything off the Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Butt smash. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. What's the next move? Springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps? The drive impact doesn't work. Burnout activates. Oicho! It's too much. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
is a new challenge.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Get into the round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Takes a trip. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. It's not over. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Good old slaps. Doesn't miss a beat. Barely blocks the jump in. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Oh, says no to the impact. What's the next move? Brushes that off and keeps going. Gets the back throw to turn things around. Player 1, were they baiting them into that? Burnout activates. Looking to impress with this super. Yo, are they actually dead? They're not dead. This fights them, tags them, and takes the W. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Comes crashing down. Perfect parry. The drive impact is denied. Jumps. Back to not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 2 is in a brick throws him. That throw will do some good damage. Nothing but air. Keeps him out. Holy! Nothing stops this train. Player 2 turns out. Player 1 is looking at the drive impact doesn't work. Somehow gotta do better than that. The low kick hits. The jump in throws that off. Noticeable life lead is a comeback that throws them. Okay, here we go. Handing and whip. They're wide open. Knew the throw was coming. I can't believe it. Like, ooh, put a little extra on that. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Sees the overhead coming. Misses the grab. Barely blocks the jump in. Oicho! Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Nothing but air for the impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws him. What's next? Neither of them willing to back off here. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. The jump in is denied. One chance. Will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. Garat snipes them out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Oh! There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. The drive impact. Anti-air drops him. What's the next move? Grabs and throws them away. That throw will do some good damage. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Hits them with a stop and block. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. The throw is denied. Crowns him from above. Can they create an Oito throw? You can't let him close in like that. Oh, what's this? Taps him on the toe. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps. Cross-up attack. Excellent jumping. Player crushes in. Backed into the corner. What setup do they have? Plenty of health. Full gauge. Oh my, the throw tech. Both sides getting ready. Shrugs that off. Jumps. Any throw will whiff at that range. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Tons of space between the fighters now. Uses their drive gauge. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Knew the throw was coming. What's next? Nothing stops this train. The jump-in is denied. Wall splat into the guard break. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 is a force.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Gotta do this. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jump. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Gets through the opening. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Combo with the target combo. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. All right, what's coming up next? The impact doesn't do anything. The throw misses. Taking stuff. Were they baiting them into that? In there. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Uses the target combo as a filler. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 should brushes that off and keeps going. Good old slaps. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Burns all three for the final bout. Oh, I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Punching hand slap. What'll happen? A super art? The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. What'll be the tags them and takes the W. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Anything off the smash? Oicho! Player 2 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? Hold your breath. Picture perfect punish counter. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Will this decision pay off for them? Down to the wire. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. taking stock. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Was looking for that jump. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Both fighters planning something? Both players all out of drive gauge. There's a change of sides. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Anything off the smash? Shoots off a fireball up close. Down to the wire. Were they baiting them into that? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 will have to deal with Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. They're going for the super arc. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? An aggressive attack. The cross-up connects. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. All right, what's coming up next? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The jump in catches them. With that KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump in is denied. Both fighters want to establish themselves. Oh! Brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Players experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Just goes for it at this range. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not.
Locked on.
There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hit them with a stopping block. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. That was a solid anti-air. Wow. Shut down. Starts with a jumper. Knockdown. Down to the wire. Canceling each other out. These fighters are in sync. No good up high. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Knockdown. That drive impact is blocked. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Will this super art connect? And that attack ends it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. barely blocks the... Ooh! Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. You've got experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Jumps it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Yo, Rock, super hit. Yo, are they actually dead?
Locked on.
What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Get into the ring. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jumping. Goes for the throw. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Time to sit on the lead. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Nano's metal level is still kind of low here. Parries the jump in to shut it down. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Nails the anti-air. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round. Goes for the super art. A quick breather. Still scrapping for control of the space. In there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits them with a stop and pop. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Parries the attack. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Player brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Oh, they're in the corner now, sliding in. Ooh, they're gonna... burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnt Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Auto back. Super clutch corner spin delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. That's gonna leave him rattled. No escaping that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts things off with a jump in. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Was hungry for the grab. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Excellent block. Player 1 sees the overhead coming. There's a burnout. Hits that with confidence. What's next? That's gonna leave him rattled. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Connects with the throw. With absolutely relentless. They push their way out of the corner. What are they gonna do? Jumps. Jump! Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. The overhead denied. Oh, hits the critical arc. They gotta bust out the protractors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while this damage plays out. Oh man, they're just gonna go for it with this hit. It is over. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. A parry. Smart play with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. The super super armor does its job. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Not shy with the grab. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Hold your breath. How converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Waltzes in there and hits them with a stopping block. Uses their it's a good spot to use the super ultimate killer headband. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. A quick breather. Jumps in. Lifts him with the wrong palm. But that's gonna leave him rattled. No escaping that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Misses, but brushes that off and keeps going. That feeling out phase is over. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 1 can't use any... just goes for it at this range. Oicho! Oh, here we go. This can lead to some big damage. There's a drive impact. There's the burnout. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Wants to close it out in style, but is it enough? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. What a way to close it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Starts with the jumping. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Throws them to negate the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out? Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Impact's a no-go. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Holds out with the block. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Going in, big throws. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. He's gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going on the offensive, manages to block the jump-in attack. Teleports, that's gonna rattle him. Quick breather. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Near empty drive gauges will greatly affect what ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Is this gonna kill? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From upstairs. Grabs and ooh, what a smart blow. Blocks it. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 hits the drive. Super. Confirm on the merciless yoga. No holding back. Dawson's getting real serious with them. for a hold. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? A fireball at that range? Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The overhead denied. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. All right. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Next up, brushes off the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good on fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Knockdown. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. There's still lots of time in this round. How will our fighters use this time to create chances for themselves? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Takes a trip. Player 2 chases him down. And it charges forward. Neither of them willing to back off here. Yoga float. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Anything off the smash? Oito throws. You can't let him close in like that. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Big counter. Going on the offensive? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Hits him with a stop and pop. Good old slaps. Uses the gauge for a super art. Get ready, because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the meter to get a ringside seat. Player 2 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Looking for a chance. One chance here may end experiencing burnout. Blocks it. Tags him and takes the W. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Player 2 got smothered. But what now? Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. All the throw connects. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Look at the damage. Tons of space between the fighters and whiff. They're wide open. Hit that with confidence. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Here comes the corner pressure. Blink out. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Teleport. Nowhere safe. Keeps them out. Totsugeki to the face. All the throw connects. Ugh, take a seat. Ooh, put a little extra on that. Are you kidding me? Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses their drive gauge. Yoga teleport. Hits them with a stop and pop. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Well-timed corner switch. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is a huge chance to make them feel it. Will this super art connect? Player 2 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they... Oicho! Player 1 has the right lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but gets the perfect KO. They were in full control there.
Honda wins.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Step into the round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Whoa, hold on. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Blocks the jump in. All right. Throws them to negate the block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Down to the wire. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. They both have going on the offensive. A quick breather. Blocks it, rushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck, so it's a good spot to use the super. Burns all three for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Damn. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Ooh. Are we gonna space out the attack and get the punish count? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that running. With the throw. Down to the wire. Picture perfect punishment. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter. They'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Grabs them, takes a trip. Gets a normal hit from the driving back. They're still good. Takes the chance to hurt him. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an... delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1 has depleted their drive point show. No escaping that. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Nice vertical roll there. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Going on the offensive? Player 1 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. This is gonna be bad news. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until it brushes that off and keeps going. Time to reassess the situation. Charges forward. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Crowns them from above. A quick breather. How did they read that throw? Getting up close and personal. Oh, huge hit. What's next? Forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Anything off the smash? Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. No go for the glove. Down to the wire. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Grabs them. Closes the gap for the grab. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Good old slaps. A quick breather. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Picture perfect punish count. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What rushes that off and keeps going? They return to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and... flawless round. They got him so quick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. Hits them with a stopping bomb. They can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Ah, genius read with that throw escape. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Dangerous range here. Jumps connects with the throw. Amazing. Player 1 has a full drive, goes hunting and bags a catch. Dash. Here comes the corner pressure. They couldn't tech the throw. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.